Hey.
Go ahead.
Hey.
Need something, General?
What's on your mind?
General, we should not be helping the Institute round up escaped synths, and attacking peaceful settlements in the process.
What are you thinking about?
I've worn out a lot of shoe leather since I joined the Minutemen.
How are you feeling about things?
I hear a lot of talk about the railroad, helping free synths and all that. They don't sound too bad.
Your thoughts?
You probably think you're doing your best, but I know that you can do better.
Anything you want to talk about?
Where to next?
Just curious what you're thinking.
The Commonwealth's a lot bigger than I realized.
Just curious what you're thinking.
Never a dull moment.
Anything you want to talk about?
At least it's not raining.
What's on your mind?
The best way to deal with the Brotherhood of Steel is to stay out of their way.
That was all I had.
All right.
Hey.
Just point me to it.
Hey.
What is it?
Hey.
Need something?
What are you thinking about?
Where to next?
How do you feel about us?
I think you've got what it takes to be a great leader. But you still have to prove yourself.
No, never mind.
No problem.
I wonder if there are any
Yes?
meteorologists about.
Huh?
I hope it does
What's
not
up?
rain.
Hey
You
there.
need something, monsieur?
How are you doing?
I must confess, I am missing you. I hope you've come so we can travel again together. Hint, hint.
I'd like to travel together some more.
Then let us get underway.
Got work to do.
Heads up.
Can't talk.
Yes?
Your thoughts?
I wonder if the data I'm collecting will serve any purpose.
Is everything all right between us?
I think we are too good. Can you hear? My heart may burst.
Nothing else I needed.
As you wish.
Crop's been growing pretty
Heads
good
up.
lately.
You need some. Something, yes?
Spill it.
The farm's not much, but it's something.
Good morning, Maynard.
Look alive.
May I be of assistance?
Look alive.
Please, let me see and scan as many indigenous life forms as possible. It is, of course, for science. What do you wish to talk about?
Your thoughts?
What a contradiction a human is. To be lacking in so many capabilities, but being blessed with such a tapestry of emotions.
That was all.
As you wish.
Hey,
What do you want?
over here.
There's no way to get there.
Move here.
I will attend to this.
Hey,
Do you need something from me? Yes.
hey.
May I be of assistance? Ah, the airport. Can we fly to Los Angeles? I hear it is most lovely there.
Heads up.
What do you want? I was just thinking of you.
Your thoughts?
Visibility has been reduced. Perhaps you should do one of your sleeps.
That's all for now.
As you say.
Hey there.
When I get off duty, that Salisbury steak is mine. You think the Commonwealth looks bad?
You should see the Capitol wasteland.
Dr. Lee.
As soon as those bombs arrive, I'll help Proctor Ingram get them loaded onto Liberty Prime.
Heads up.
You need something, yes?
Here. Head over there.
Absolutely.
Go there.
I would be delighted to.
There.
At once.
Proctor Ingram?
Looks like the Mark 28s are gonna do the trick. That was a good find.
I'll work with your team to ensure that Prime's bombs remain stable after they're loaded into his pack. It won't be too much of a problem.
Well, Dr. Lee, I have to admit, we couldn't have done this without you.
It's a little early to begin celebrating, Proctor Ingram. We haven't fully thrown the switch on Liberty Prime, and I'm just hoping all the work I've done to keep his system stable are gonna hold.
I have full confidence in the abilities of everyone here.
I appreciate that.
Proctor, all the readouts look green. I think it's time for you to perform the power shunt.
Actually, I think I'm gonna let you press the button. After all, without your help, we'd still be staring at a pile of disassembled parts.
It would be better if a trained technician performed that task, but I suppose you deserve to be the one to do it.
Liberty Prime, back online.
Alright, let's run a basic diagnostic on him.
Diagnostic command accepted.
Give him a moment. He needs to adjust to his new configuration.
Voice module online. Audio functionality test initialized. Designation Liberty Prime Mark II. Mission the liberation of Anchorage, Alaska. Primary targets any and all red Chinese invaders.
Now let me run a system analysis and battle readiness check.
Liberty Prime, full system analysis. All systems, nominal. Weapons, hot. Warning, nuclear weapon payload depleted. Reload required. Warning, power core offline. Running on external power only. Core restart recommended. Ability to repel red Chinese invaders compromised.
He's looking good from where I'm sitting.
Charging into the situation, guns blazing is a good way to get yourself
Appreciate
killed.
it. Well, I have to admit, wasn't sure we'd be able to pull it off, but Liberty Prime's looking pretty good.
I don't know. I hope he's enough to get the job done.
Just wait until you see the big guy in action. The Institute doesn't stand a chance. Before you head off to your next assignment, I have something for you. I came up with this little beauty myself. I think it'll add a bit more punch to your power armor.
This wasn't necessary, Ingram.
Come on. You earned the damn thing. Besides, Liberty Prime isn't about to run out and get you a gift. Anyway, that's enough of that. You better hightail it up to the Pridwin. Elder Maxson said he needed to speak to you as soon as you were done here. And thank you, Knight. Without you, none of this would have been possible.
Look alive.
Do you need something from me? Yes, my love?
Your thoughts?
How can the Brotherhood expand their knowledge if they do not share their findings with fellow academics?
That's all for now.
As you wish.
If you're looking for ammunition or weapons, few power armor models. Check them out.
Maxim might appear compassionate.
Elder,
Is there anything you wish to tell me, Knight?
I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about.
I find your ignorance awfully convenient. Proctor Quinlan completed the decryption of the data you retrieved from the Institute. A portion of his findings included a list of synths that went missing or escaped from their underground facility. After careful analysis of the information, we've discovered something unprecedented. Paladin Dance is a perfect match for one of the synths on that list.
There has to be some kind of mistake.
In my experience, Proctor Quinlan doesn't make mistakes. The data you brought back included a record of each subject's DNA. We keep the same information on file for all of our soldiers. Paladin Dance's DNA is a perfect match for a synth they called M797. To make matters worse, he's gone AWOL. Disappeared without a trace. His sudden absence simply reinforces our conclusion that M797 and Paladin Dance are one and the same. I'm finding it difficult to believe that he never confided in you, and then swore you to secrecy.
After everything I've done for the Brotherhood, you have some nerve accusing me of lying.
Your outburst leads me to believe I've misjudged you, which means I've decided to take you at your word. However, that doesn't absolve you of your duty. Dance is a synth. He represents everything we hate, a monstrosity of technology. Our mission in the Commonwealth is clear. The Institute and its creations need to be destroyed in order to preserve our future, which leaves me facing the most difficult order I've ever given. I'm ordering you to hunt down Dance and execute him.
I won't do it. Dance deserves a chance to explain himself.
You will do it. This is not up for judgment or debate. I'm giving you a direct order, Knight, and I expect you to follow it without question. Listen, I'm not blind to the fact that... But if we're to remain strong, we can't find Proctor Quinlan. And Knight, there's a promotion for you, right? You're dismissed.
Look alive.
You need something. What shall we talk about?
Your thoughts?
Time and time again, scientific understanding is at odds with basic morality. Dance has served the Brotherhood well. Why should it matter if he's a synth or not?
That was all.
As you wish.
Attention! Halbert Pilot to Station Epsilon. Halbert Pilot report to Station Epsilon. That is all.
Oh, Knight. I was told you were coming. Sorry about this business with Dance.
I don't want to talk about it.
I understand. On to your orders, then. I've been poring over Dance's duty reports, and unfortunately, I haven't found... As you're well aware, I think our best approach would be to identify every location he's ever visited.
Right.
You may want to get comfortable.
What the hell is this crap about Dance being a synth?
I assume your outburst was a reference to some doubt regarding Dance's identity. I can assure you that my findings...
So he sets Dance up, and then you knock him down. Is that it?
How did you hear about it?
There are no secrets in the Brotherhood. Maxon's made it clear that we're to locate Paladin Dance, and if we find him, report his location to you. That can only mean you've been sent to hunt him down.
I don't have time to discuss it right now, Halen.
Why? In too much of a rush to pull the trigger? I can't believe that after everything... There's obviously been a mistake, and we need...
Scribe Halen! You're addressing a senior officer. Now, unless you're here with him...
Of course. My apologies, Proctor. I believe I have some information that's relevant to the search. Knight, if you'd accompany me to the flight deck, I'd like to show you the information I've compiled firsthand. I've stored the data on my Vertibird gunship's computer.
I'll take anything that gets me closer to finding Dance.
Yes, sir.
Proceed, Knight.
If you'll follow me, sir.
Well, if it isn't the man who revived Prime, the Brotherhood is in your debt. Now, did you have
What do you wish to talk about?
Your thoughts?
We must find the man of science.
That was it?
As you wish.
Excuse me, Scribe Halen.
This way.
Scribe?
This way.
Scribe Halen?
This way. This way. This way. Do you actually plan on killing Paladin Dance?
Aren't you supposed to tell me where Dance went?
Yes. And I promise I will. But before I do, I've known Paladin Dance ever since he trained me. He's earned my I don't care what Quinlan's report said.
Why are you telling me all of this?
Because Dance is that's why I'm asking you. If you're not convinced...
Is not compassion a worthy virtue?
All right, I'll hear him out.
That's all that I ask. I'll just have to trust that when the time comes... Before the Pribwin showed up, Dance had me identify a fallback point if we ever lost the police station. It was Listening Post Bravo, an old pre-war U.S. military... It's isolated. And we're the only one. Just be careful.
Sure. Hey.
May I be of assistance? Yes, my love?
Your thoughts?
Love, love, love. What a wonderful world.
That was it?
As you say.
I'd gladly lay down my life if it keeps humanity from repeating the apocalypse.
thoughts?
I hope the army does not shoot at us. Tell them...
Intruder. Commencing contact on hostile target.
I'm not surprised Maxon sent you. He never liked to do the dirty work himself.
Why didn't you tell me, Dance?
Because I didn't know. Until Quinlan got that list decoded, I thought synths were the enemy. I never expected to hear that I was one of them. If it wasn't for Halen, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. So, what are your orders? Does Maxon even want me alive?
How could you not know that you were...
It doesn't make sense to me. I remember being... I mean, even though the... Why does any of this even matter to you?
No. But I'm hoping there's a way out.
Don't be ridiculous. Look, I'm not blind. I wish Maxon had... But that doesn't change a thing. If you disobey your order, synths can't be trusted. Technology that's run amok. I need to be the example.
The empathy that you're showing me, it's a human emotion.
I appreciate what you're trying to do. I'm ready to accept the consequence. Maxon's ordered you to execute me.
No. I won't do it, Dance.
I can't believe you'd risk your life just to keep me alive. Why would you do that for me?
You're the proof that Maxon's wrong. You're a synth, but everything you've done has been for the good of mankind.
You're right. How could I have been so blind? I'm not technology that's gone out of control. I've been a benefit to mankind, not its downfall. Perhaps now that you've opened my eyes, I can consider my next move.
Whatever you decide to do, I've got your back.
Thank you, my friend. But I have my own path to follow. The only clear choice is for me to leave the Commonwealth. The sooner I make for the border, the sooner I put this behind me. Take my holotags. Use them to prove that your mission was a success, or Maxim will just send someone else to hunt me down. Now, come on. Let's get that.
Hey.
Me, I was just thinking of you.
Your thoughts?
You know, you move in such a delightful manner. It is very stimulating.
That was it?
As you say.
Going up.
How dare you betray the Brotherhood?
It's not his fault. It's mine.
I'll deal with you in a moment. Knight, why has this thing not been destroyed?
He's not a thing. He's one of your best men.
Have you taken leave of your senses? Dance isn't a man. It's a machine. An automaton created by the Institute. It wasn't born from the womb of a loving mother. It was grown within the cold confines of a laboratory. Flesh is flesh. Machine is machine. The two were never meant to intertwine. By attempting to play God, the Institute has taken the sanctity of human life and corrupted it beyond measure.
After all I've done for the Brotherhood, all the blood I've spilled in our name, how can you say that about me?
You're the physical embodiment of what we hate most. Technology that's gone too far. Look around you, Dance. Look at the scorched earth and the bones that litter the wasteland. Millions, perhaps even billions, died because science outpaced man's restraint. They called it a new frontier and pushing the envelope, completely disregarding the repercussions. Can't you see the same thing is happening again? You're a single bomb in an arsenal of thousands, preparing to lay waste to what's left of mankind.
That's insane. He dedicated his life to protecting mankind.
Is that what it told you? How can you trust the word of a machine that thinks it's alive? A machine that's had its mind erased, its thoughts programmed, its very soul manufactured. Those ethics that it's striving to champion aren't even its own. They were artificially inserted.
It's true. I was built within the confines of a laboratory. But when I saw my brothers dying at my feet, I felt sorrow. When I defeated an enemy of the Brotherhood, I felt pride. And when I heard your speech about saving the Commonwealth, I felt hope. Don't you understand? I thought I was human, Arthur. From the moment I was taken in by the Brotherhood, I've done absolutely nothing to betray your trust, and I never will.
It's too late for that now. The Institute has foolishly chosen to grant you life. You simply should not exist. I don't intend to debate this any longer. My orders stand.
It's all right. We did our best. You convinced me that I was wrong to be ashamed of my true identity, and I thank you for it. Whatever you decide, know that I'm going to my grave with no anger and no regrets.
Touching. Either you execute Dance, or I will, Knight. The choice is yours.
If he dies, what happens to me?
Given the circumstances, I'd be willing to overlook the fact that Dance's true nature. Now make your decision.
After all the sacrifices I've made, and all the battles I've fought for the Brotherhood, you need to listen to me. You owe me that much.
Very well. I'm listening.
If Dance dies, then you lose me as well. I can't stay in good conscience if his life means that little to you.
Unbelievable. You'd be willing to sacrifice your career for the sake of a machine? So, it appears we've arrived at an impasse. Allowing Dance to live undermines everything the Brotherhood stands for. Yet you insist that he remains alive, which leaves me with only a single alternative. Dance, as far as I'm concerned, you're dead. You were pursued and slain by this Brotherhood Knight, and your remains were incinerated. From this day forward, you are forbidden to set foot on the Pridwin. Or should you choose to ignore me, do we?
I do. Thank you for believing in me, Arthur.
Don't mistake my mercy for the only reason you're still alive.
Right.
I'm returning to the Pridwin, Knight. Take some time. We still have the Institute.
Bye.
It took a hell of a lot of guts to stand up to Maxim like that.
At least we know he isn't chasing you anymore.
That's an excellent suggestion. I didn't plan on spending the rest of my days at this old listening post. Besides, you're still gonna need my help. And I'll be damned if I'm gonna let you wander the Commonwealth alone. Now, you better get back to the Pridwin. In the meantime, I'll start making this bunker more livable. If you ever need me, I'll be right here.
Goodbye, Dance.
Farewell. I hope the next time we meet...
These defenses are quite sturdy, yes?
Heads up.
What do you want? What shall we talk about?
Your thoughts?
I expected some sort of general to yell at us by now.
That's all for now.
Not a problem. Let us continue our journeys.
You're an inspiration to us all.
Hey.
Do you need something from me?
Move out.
Absolutely.
Reactor
Reporting as ordered, Elder.
Before we continue, I want to make one thing clear. This conversation will be the last time we speak about Dance. As far as the Brotherhood of Steel is concerned, he's dead. Do you understand?
I'll never understand it. But I'm not going to mention him again.
Then consider this a lesson to reflect upon as your service to the Brotherhood continues. Of course, Dance's execution, that traitor, held quite an important... his quarters and all his Congratulations, Paladin.
Body's not even cold, and you're already dividing the loot.
To the victor go the spoils. Being a part of the Brotherhood, just be aware that I trust you won't disappoint them. In any event, while the finishing touches are being put, report to him immediately. Ad Victoriam.
Superstructure integrity 3. Hull plating stable.
I'm occupied at the moment. We'll speak later.
Looks like we have a thruster imbalance. Tweaking pitch.
Getting a bit of a twitch on prop 3.
Your promotion was well deserved, Paladin.
Heads up.
What shall we talk about?
Your thoughts?
At least Dance is free. But this whole attitude about sins.
Your thoughts?
Humanity is so resilient to cling to life despite all...
That was all.
Not a problem. Let us continue our journeys.
Son.
You know, in all my years, I've never set foot outside the Institute. Not once. Since the day they brought me here. I've never had a reason. But now, this just confirms the truth I've always known. The Commonwealth is dead. There's no future here. The only hope for humanity lies below.
So why come out here?
To put things in perspective, I suppose. Standing here, I'm reminded of how fortunate I am that I was spared a life in this wasteland. I know that to you, I was kidnapped from that vault. In truth, the Institute rescued me. Both of us, really.
But why refreeze me?
As a failsafe, of course. I was the perfect candidate. An infant with uncorrupted DNA. But if something were to go wrong, if I died, well, the Institute realized a contingency plan was prudent. Another source of pre-war DNA, preferably related to their primary subject. It only made sense that my parents should fill that role. So you were kept alive and safe within the vault. I'll admit, when I had you released from Vault 111, I had no expectations that you'd survive out here in all this. To not only do so, but manage to find me. To infiltrate the Institute itself. Extraordinary.
So it was you. You let me out.
Yes. It was my decision. Certainly it was no longer necessary to keep you suspended. Well, I suppose I wanted to see what would happen. An experiment of sorts. I had no idea what kind of man you were, you see. Would the Commonwealth corrupt you? As it has everything else? Would you even survive? Perhaps most curious to me, would you, after all this time, attempt to find me? And now I know the answer.
Sean, you need to know. I still love you.
I can see that you do. Well, it's remarkable. There are greater things to come after your success at Bunker Hill. The synths have been safely returned and will be repurposed. Thank you for your work. I hope you weren't at too much risk.
What do you mean, the synths will be repurposed?
Modifications will be made to correct the defects in their programming, and they'll be assigned to new duties within the Institute. Not the first or last time it will happen. The Railroad remains an annoyance, of course, but they'll be dealt with as necessary. And you, well, you've passed the test, as they say. You have done well. Please, take this as a token of my appreciation. Our appreciation, really. It's time for you to become more involved in the future of the Institute. I'd like you to join me inside. The Directorate is meeting, and you should be there. I'll be waiting. I've seen enough. It's time to go back in.
Look alive.
May I be of assistance?
Hey.
Yes, my love?
Your thoughts?
You must be very careful. The idea of you coming to harm? There. My heart is fluttering again.
Nothing else I needed.
As you wish.
look alive.
You need something, yes? Do you need something from me?
Hey,
What do you wish to talk about?
I need you to get out of your power armor.
As you wish.
Sleep well, my love?
From what I hear, that rogue scent at Libertalia, a real menace. Glad it's back where it belongs.
Let's get this directorate meeting over with before we speak further. It's important.
Sean.
Let's get this directorate meeting over with before we speak further. It's important. Good, we're all here. I think it's time we begin.
Sir, excuse me, but what exactly is he doing here?
I will address that issue. But there are other subjects that require our attention first. The level of unrest in the Commonwealth continues to rise, as we're all aware. Your report.
All Institute facilities remain completely secure with the exception of one notable breach. Otherwise, internally things are as tight as they've ever been. Dr. Ao has been keeping an eye on things topside.
Yes, Watchers show no additional threats beyond those previously identified. We're still monitoring the increased activity around Fort Independence, but there are no immediate signs we should be concerned. Boston International Airport remains occupied, with Brotherhood presence noted at several other points throughout the Commonwealth. Intelligence suggests that this railroad continues to operate and is becoming more ambitious. SRB agents are monitoring all known situations, sir.
Very good, thank you. It's clear that our safety needs to be the primary concern going forward. To that end, where are we on Phase 3?
Excuse me, but, sir, are you sure this is, well, the proper time to be discussing that? Considering, given all parties present?
Ah, yes, that's true. Have you heard anything about Phase 3?
What's Phase 3?
It's very important to us. Power is, as I'm sure you've seen above ground, a very valuable commodity. I'm not talking about some abstract concept of control. I mean real, tangible power. The kind that keeps the lights on. With every advance the Institute makes, our need for raw power increases. Many compromises and sacrifices have been made over the years to allow progress to continue.
Compromises for the weak.
That is one perspective, yes. But I think we can agree that going forward, no one can consider us weak. Phase 3 is simply the activation of a nuclear reactor that can provide enough power to the Institute now and forever. It will ensure not just our survival, but our prosperity.
Nuclear power? That's a disaster waiting to happen.
Not in our hands. I assure you this is the answer. This is the future. The reactor is close to ready, but recent tests have determined we have a few tasks ahead of us. Thus, we come to Phase 3, and to how you will help.
Sir?
Yes, Dr. Ao. Previously, we would rely on Kellogg for above-ground operations, yes? Well, he is gone. While I'm not overly fond of putting my own father in harm's way, he has proven more than capable of handling himself.
Yes, but...
This is not a matter for debate. Now, there is one more subject that requires discussion.
I don't know that this is the time.
Dr. Holdren, it is time. Please, as I'm sure several of you are already aware, I have been under Dr. Volkert's care for some time. I'm sorry, this is difficult for me. Our best efforts have failed. Every experimental treatment we could devise has been unsuccessful. I'm sorry to say I am dying.
No!
Can't be
Please,
serious!
everyone, please. I am sorry. This is not how I wanted to tell you, but we're running out of time.
Why would you joke about this? It isn't funny.
Were it a joke, I'd agree it's in poor form. But I'm afraid it's not. We can talk more later. Right now, the future of the Institute is at stake. The Institute cannot survive without leadership. The Directorate must continue to govern with the best interest of all in mind. To that end, I am naming my father as my successor.
Oh, boy.
You can't be serious!
Really?
How can you possibly justify this? He isn't one of us. He isn't even a scientist.
Ignoring your borderline, insubordinate tone, I will simply say this. The Institute has enough scientists. What it needs is a leader. I believe my father has already proven himself more than capable in that regard. This will conclude this meeting. Thank you.
Those Brotherhood of Steel guys are pretty tough. Be careful out there.
Hey, Doc.
Since you're new here, you should take time to learn our safety procedures. And the sooner the better. Rules create order, and order promotes efficiency.
How many rules are we talking about here?
Not nearly enough, if you ask me. I had some handbooks made up, but that was years ago. I'll see about getting one to you.
Sounds good.
Take care, then.
I'm glad you could be here to share this with me.
I had no idea.
I know this is... well, it's a lot to take in at once. I'm sorry, Father. I hope it wasn't too presumptuous of me to put you in charge without even asking first.
I can do the job.
Of course you can. That's why I made the decision. There's no question that some of the Directorate and the Institute at large will need reassurances about your appointment. That's why I'd like you to take charge of this latest operation. Dr. Fillmore can fill you in on the details. There are hard decisions ahead for all of us, but for you especially. I know that you'll do the right thing.
Sean.
I dislike resorting to the use of Commonwealth technology. Now, the advantage it will provide in this case cannot be overlooked.
Have you seen J522 around?
Unit X688 speaks highly of your combat skills.
Did you check robotics?
Busy day for you, isn't it? Well, it's about to get busier. You're going to lead this operation, I'm told.
What the hell is this operation about?
Hey, relax. We wouldn't send you off without the... Recent events have upset our timetable. We're going to have to cut some corners. I'm not thrilled, but it means we'll need to rely on some pre-war tech. You're going to the mass fusion building to acquire a beryllium agitator for us.
What's a beryllium agitator?
The details would be lost on you. No offense. The point is, it'll allow us to boost... You just keep me safe. I'll worry about the agitator.
Is that really necessary? I'm sure I can handle this by myself.
Yes, it really is. Not only is this text...
Sounds good. I'd appreciate the company.
Not as much as I'd appreciate coming back in one piece.
Uh-huh.
But here we are, with our... Not to put more pressure on you, but we have to move quickly on this. We don't want them getting the agitator before... Head on up to the relay, and I'll meet you.
Right. Hey.
Do you need something from me?
Hi.
Yes?
Your thoughts?
I find myself eager for the night.
I wanted to make sure things were okay between you and me.
You have no need to ask. As long as we're together.
Sure. Didn't have anything else.
Not a problem. Let us continue our journey. In that, you will surely be quite strong.
Guess we'll have to go through them.
Allie.
This wasn't really what I planned on doing today.
Over here!
Gotta find the
Doesn't look like
card.
that'll get us anywhere. At least not without whatever card activates it. No sign of the agitator. I'll have to search the rest of the building.
I'm in.
Going down.
Dr. Phil.
If I was a pre-war tech, where would I keep all my best tools?
Hey,
What do you want? I was just thinking of you.
your thoughts?
I wonder what has happened elsewhere. So violent. Identity. Be under fire. Combat operations. Someone's nearby. Perhaps they are friendly. Again, I have survived defeat. Science.
Close the conduit! Now!
It's clever.
Regroup! For the Brotherhood! Yeah! Taking fire! Hey, back!
I believe that there are needs.
Yes.
It's not locked at all. Oh wait, you did this?
This wasn't really what I planned on doing today.
Hey.
You need something. Yes, my love?
Your thoughts?
There's the reactor. Not a bad piece of work for its time.
It is a true marvel of engineering.
Guess they weren't so good at mitigating radiation back in those days. Levels are almost off the charts. I'll monitor things later.
Initiating decontamination sequence. Decontamination complete. You may proceed.
Must be
suspicious.
I'll help the synths buy some time. Make sure you get back to the Institute with the agitator.
Heads up.
May I be of assistance?
Hey there.
Yes?
Your thoughts?
Robots have proven quite adaptable, yes?
Hello?
Freaks, die!
What do you want?
Hey there.
I was just thinking of you.
Your thoughts?
I must warn you, the thought of you being close with anyone else causes very complicated emotions in me.
Nothing else I needed.
Not a problem. Let us continue our journeys.
Hi.
Nothing to report, sir.
Nice work rigging that road sinkhole.
From what I hear, that rogue synth of a battalion is a real menace.
Dr. Fillmore.
I think that was enough excitement for, well, ever. Thank you, really. Couldn't have managed it without you. I'll make sure the agitator gets where it needs to go. I understand Father is anxious to get you involved in something else. You'd better not keep him waiting.
Father has accomplished so much. I hope you can appreciate his work as we do.
We are honored to welcome you.
Are there many more interesting and visually not that I've noticed. I feel quite well.
Okay. How's your energy level? Feeling any fatigue?
No more of that.
I see. You're sticking to the regimen agreed upon?
Yes, Doctor. I'm taking all my little pills.
Interesting. And you've been getting extra rest?
Are there many more of these questions?
I see.
Yes, thank you, Doctor. I think that will be all for now.
But I haven't quite finished.
I believe we're done now. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
I understand mass fusion was a success, despite interference from the Brotherhood of Steel.
What did you...
Dr. Fillmore's report was quite thorough. The Brotherhood's intervention must be placed in a larger context, however, given their penchant for hoarding technology. Future conflict with them is guaranteed. We are, after all, keepers of the most advanced technology in the Commonwealth, if not beyond. It also cannot go unnoticed that there were concerns within the Institute about your allegiances. I, of course, never doubted your commitment to our cause. But by directly confronting the Brotherhood, I think you've put some others at ease. I'm proud of you. Regardless, the Brotherhood is an issue for the future, and we must focus on the present. And look at me, rambling on like the old man I am. I'm wasting time. You're needed elsewhere at once.
Do you need more parts for the reactor? I could have gotten them while I was out.
No, this is a different matter. Hopefully one that does not put anyone at risk. This situation, I'm afraid, is something of your creation, however unintentional.
What do you mean by that? What's happened?
Well, while you were assisting Dr. Fillmore, a second team was sent out to invite someone from the Commonwealth to join the Institute. Apparently, there was some miscommunication, and this individual called for help, which arrived in the form of your Minutemen. My understanding is that no shots have been fired. I would like it to stay that way. I need you to go there and speak to your Minutemen gathered outside. Insist that they stand down at once. Dr. Thompson is on site, and he will be your primary contact. I know you can resolve this situation, but it is of paramount importance that this special individual be brought to the Institute immediately.
I don't know if I can settle this peacefully. There may not be an easy solution to this.
They are your people, are they not? They follow you? Then they should listen to you. If they cannot see reason, well, I'm afraid that may put you in a difficult position. But please, hurry, before the situation deteriorates.
All this advanced technology, and we still can't cure the common cold. Once you've settled in, I'll want to do a physical and get a file going on you. No hurry, though.
You're the doctor here?
Everyone's a doctor here. But if you mean physician, then yes, I'm about as close as we've got to one. How about you take some time to get comfortable, learn the lay of the land and such. In the meantime, you come see me if you need to get patched up. We'll do that checkup when you're good and ready. Take care.
For goodness sake, be reasonable. I know you can hear me, now open this door.
What's the use?
What's going on?
Dr. Higgs and Dr. Loken have decided to protest your appointment as Father's successor. They've taken control of the bioscience security systems and cut off our food supply.
Have they made any demands?
Not yet, but I expect they'll demand that you renounce all ties to the Institute.
Is there a way I can communicate with them?
As a matter of fact, there is. I can unlock the maintenance tunnel that leads to the bioscience observation room. From there, you should be able to communicate with Higgs and Logan. If you can't reason with them, you can use this holotape to access the command functions on the observation room terminal. That should give you some options. Just please, try to talk to them first. Use violence only as a last resort.
Can't pick this.
Here we are. Just give me a moment. There, it's unlocked.
Sustained a head wound. Perception impaired.
I thought I heard something. Made it past the guards, Impressive.
Don't have the key. Dr. Higgs.
If you've come to change our minds, then you're wasting your time.
Can we talk about this?
Father chose not to talk to the Directorate before anointing you his successor. So how about I follow his fine example?
Father believes in me. The least you can do is give me a chance.
How could you hope to lead us when you hardly know anything about what we do? I'm sure you mean well, but you must see that it's an impossible task.
I'm under no illusion that this will be easy.
Your determination is admirable, if misguided. The truth is simply this. You have no idea what it means to be the director of the Institute.
Can't you at least give me a chance?
A chance? What do you think, Max?
The most fastidious researcher must sometimes take a leap of faith. I say let's give it a try.
Very well, then. Open the door, and let's return to the fold.
Since, abort command override and resume normal functions.
No way to pick this. Would need the key. Dr. Oberlin.
Bravo. I admit I was fearing for the worst, but I can see that I underestimated you.
What do you mean you feared the worst?
I just didn't want to see anyone get hurt. There is one further matter to discuss. Obviously, some kind of disciplinary action must be taken here.
There's no need to drag this out. I believe they learned their lesson.
Your compassion and understanding speak well. I'll take that holotape back. I also wanted to offer you something as a more personal expression of gratitude. I know that your work often takes you to the surface. I gathered these items together.
Newton.
I'm sure some of the others will question your appointment as our next director. Don't let it bother you.
Sounds like those raiders at Libertalia were quite a handful. I want to compliment you on your handling of the situation in bioscience. Bravo.
Good morning. Would you care for some pre-processed nutritional supplements?
Doc.
Good to see you. Feeling well today?
You showed a lot of leniency with Dr. Higgs and Dr. Loken.
Hi.
Higgs and Loken are lucky to be alive. Not everyone would have handled that situation as well as you did.
There's no need to gloat. I'm man enough to admit that I lost.
Lawrence.
I suppose I'll never be trusted again.
It must make you proud to see all that Father has done, all that he has built.
I can't imagine living on the surface. Sounds
Reporting status. All functions normal.
Hey, General.
What's going on here?
You're an unexpected surprise. We could use the backup. These Institute bastards aren't getting away. They'll have to go through us to get out of there. We don't know quite what we're up against, but it's good you're here to help. How did you hear about this?
Can you bring me up to speed on the situation?
Commonwealth citizen lives in that there observatory. Institute thug show. He managed to fire off a flare gun, got our attention, and we got up here as quick as we could. Now they're trapped inside. So, how do you want to play this? We thought about trying to lure him out here, since it'd be easier to kill him. But then we realized we probably ought to storm the place, to make sure they can't disappear on us. That makes sense, right? So, you want to lead the charge?
No one is going to do anything. Tell your men to stand down.
Are you kidding me? If we don't do something now, they're gonna take that poor guy wherever it is they go. And we'll have failed. Again. Are you gonna order the attack or not?
This whole thing is just a misunderstanding.
A misunderstanding. Can't wait to hear this. Explain to me how this is a misunderstanding.
can find a way to work together.
No one here wants more blood spilled.
I don't know about that, but... Look, if nothing else, you'd best get in there and make sure that man's okay. I'll make sure no one makes a move on him in the meantime. But, well, you'd better be right about this.
Dr. Thompson.
Oh, thank God you're here. I was starting to worry we might not make it out of this mess.
Everything's taken care of. You're safe.
Good. Good. It was bad enough that Wallace started giving us trouble, but then he called in those savages.
Those are good men out there. You have no right to insult them like that.
Those good men of yours wanted to kill me. Forgive me for not thinking terribly highly of them. Can we just get on with this, please? I know he's potentially important to Phase 3 and all, but I'm not sure it's worth putting ourselves in harm's way.
Far as I can tell, you were only in harm's way because you screwed this up.
Look, I had the same intelligence reports as everyone else. No one saw this coming.
So many lives are in danger because of you.
I know they've been keeping an eye on him for years. Not sure how they originally found him, but probably don't want to know. But once they realized how smart he was and what an asset he could be for Phase 3, they watched pretty closely. I think they even fed him scientific material from time to time to see how good he was, you know, testing him, to see if he was Institute material. Let's just get Wallace and get out of here.
What do you mean, get Wallace? You don't have him already?
I know. There's just, well, there's a slight problem with that. He doesn't want to go with us. I was thinking, maybe you could try and talk to him.
Any advice on how to talk to him?
Don't make him angry. Let him know we're not going to hurt him. In fact, his life.
Mr. Wallace, I'm here to talk to you.
You're another one of them, aren't you? Are you a robot?
Please, try and relax. I know this is an unusual situation.
No! You're here to kidnap me! That's what you people do, isn't it? If you even are people. I've heard all the stories. I know exactly what happens to people when the Institute shows up. Well, it's not happening to me.
Hey, just calm down, okay? I just want to talk to you.
Fine, fine. What do you want from me?
The Institute needs your help, Mr. Wallace. It's as simple as that.
My help? With what?
The Institute has an engineering problem that your scientific expertise could help solve. In exchange for helping us out, you'd be granted access to the most advanced research facility imaginable. Whatever research you wanted to perform, anything, it's possible there. I promise. You'd be safe and secure in a way that's completely impossible anywhere else.
You'd be helping us create a better world.
That sounds good. Okay, fine. I'll go.
I'm looking forward to working for you, future director. Okay. I think we've got this under control now. Thanks. I mean, thanks for the assist.
Hey, I'm here to help. You're welcome.
I really mean it. I owe you one. I'll see you back in the Institute.
Look alive.
You need something, yes?
Excuse me.
What do you wish to talk about?
Your thoughts?
It is hard to contemplate science with you so close.
That was all.
As you wish. It is a wonder you can move at all. One of my duties is to serve.
Scanning. Subject identified.
Hey.
Need something from me?
Broken. Hey,
May I be of assistance?
go check that out.
At this time, I can... Not do that.
General? Hello, sir. Hey, General.
Hey there.
General?
Hey,
You need some... What shall we talk about?
your thoughts?
Do not get over fond of danger, my love. I wish to journey with you for many years to come.
Nothing else I needed.
Not a problem. Let us continue our journeys.
Dr. Watson can be a little obsessive when it comes to rules and policies. Specimens seem agitated today.
Wasn't expecting you to
I
let
wonder
us
if it's a
live.
reaction to their recent
That
dietary
surprised me.
changes.
What are you talking about? They're acting the same as they do every day.
They may look docile, but I assure you, that is not the case.
3 levels of
You can tell by their
approval.
posture.
Believe
They
that?
look
3!
anxious, ready for trouble, as it were.
What others call
I observe them every
I
day.
call critical
They might be the most remarkable
challenge
creations in
assumptions.
the
More than
Institute's
just our leader.
history.
He is our creator.
I like to think the ability to create them is purpose enough.
Son.
Ah, there you are. I cannot express how pleased I am. Our new guest is familiarizing himself with his surroundings. Yet he's already pointed out several inefficiencies in our methods. With his help, Phase 3 will be ready in no time. And it's all thanks to you.
A lot of work went into this before I even arrived. Just how close are we?
It shouldn't take long at all. The Facilities Division has it well in hand. There is one more part for you to play, and I think you might enjoy it. It is time to announce our presence to the Commonwealth, to request that they do not interfere with our plans. You should be the one to do it.
You've got to be kidding me.
Absolutely not. You are to be the director of the Institute. You are the only reasonable choice for so important a task. We've prepared some remarks for you to record. Once you're finished, we'll broadcast them to the entire Commonwealth. Use the microphone here and follow the script. It's quite simple. I'm sure you'll do fine, Father.
For years now, you have suspected that the Institute still exists, that we are among you. It is true, but it is not the whole truth. We're here, and we are. In control. Our superior technology represents the future of the Commonwealth. Today, we activate our nuclear reactor, ensuring that we will persevere long after the world above ground ceases to exist. Ensuring that mankind has a future. We have no desire to interfere in the unimportant details of your personal freedoms. We simply insist that you do not interfere with Institute operations. To do so would result in tragedy for all involved. Rest easy. Know that the future is in safe hands, and that mankind will thrive under our guidance. Son.
Well, that was interesting. Perhaps not what we originally intended, but it will certainly get your point across. Now it's time to make sure that everyone hears it. How would you feel about making a little trip to Diamond City?
What do you want with Diamond City?
Nothing with the city itself. This is a bit of a shortcut, actually. The radio station in Diamond City is listened to by many in the common. If we'd like the people to hear what we have to say, it's the best way to reach them. Before we preempt their broadcasts, we need to ensure it reaches the maximum range possible. I've been assured that the necessary parts are on site. You'll just need to install them to boost the broadcasting power. Report back when you're done. We should be ready by then.
Heads up.
What do you want?
Over there.
I shall make this a priority.
Wait there.
I will... What shall we talk about?
I need you to get out of your power armor.
As you wish.
Heads up.
Do you
Come
need
on.
something from me?
What are you saying? 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 No.
Self-prescribed camp is recommended by me, myself, and I.
Hey.
Huh? Yeah? Huh? Huh? Yeah? Yes?
Gotta pick me up if you're feeling glum.
Look alive.
Do you need something from me?
Hey, got a second?
Yes, my love?
Your thoughts?
I have so much data on the world before the atom bombs.
So, how are we doing, Kiri?
We are better than ever. I never knew life could be such bliss.
Your thoughts?
I find myself coming inside. I feel so very happy. This is the word.
That's all for now.
Not a problem. Let us continue our journeys.
Huh?
The hub of trade for all Diamond City right here.
Don't be caught dead! Protection from Commonwealth weaponry!
Ayaswara, the game changer!
Hi. There.
Hi.
I don't, okay. I usually don't... This is why. This is why.
Okay, let's try this. Maybe this go... Look alive.
This radio station,
You need... yes?
Well,
Your thoughts?
It is hard to determine whether...
That's all for now.
Not a problem.
Hey,
What do you want?
check it out.
I would be delighted to.
All right, in you go. Take a look.
Yes?
hey, I mean, hi. Again, hi? Hi. Don't break my stuff if you don't mind. Don't break my stuff if you don't mind.
Hey.
May I be of assistance?
Excuse me.
What do you wish to talk about?
Your thoughts?
Humanity has fallen so since the bombs.
Nothing else I needed.
As you wish.
Hey, I mean... Hi. Again,
Nice work bringing that rogue synth back.
From what I hear, that rogue senator, Libertalia, is a real menace. I expect...
Enjoy your trip to the big city. It's done then? The transmitter has been modified.
Everything is in place. It's ready to go when we are.
Good. Once the reactor is online, we'll cut into their broadcast. I'll let you do the honors. This, my friends, is the moment we've all worked towards. After all your effort, the time has finally come to start our reactor. No longer will we be forced to compromise to survive. No more will we need worry about outpacing our resources. My father and I couldn't be more proud of what you have helped us accomplish, and we look forward to achieving even greater things in the future. The Institute is now truly mankind's best hope. Thank you. All of you.
Sean.
Someday, Father, this will all be yours.
Son.
It's almost hard to believe. After all those years of hard work, here we are. We've arrived. Look what you've made possible.
Now that the reactor works, what's next for the Institute?
We'll get to that. There's more work to be done before the Institute's future is guaranteed. The Directorate has convened a meeting about how to proceed. I'm not going to attend. You should be there as Director.
Sean.
Hello, Father. I hope your time in the Institute has been enjoyable.
This place really is remarkable. I'm glad you talked me into coming here.
Sounds like those raiders at Libertalia were quite a handful.
I want to compliment you on your handling of the situation in bioscience. Bravo.
I thought all the surface people looked like monsters, but you seem pretty normal.
Unit X688 speaks highly of your combat skills.
My compliments on getting B592 back to us so quickly.
May I be the first to welcome you, sir. We're looking forward to working with you.
I'm happy to be here, Dr. Fillmore. I hope I do the position justice.
I'm sure you will.
Right now, we're all here because it's finally time to stand up for ourselves.
Let's not be dramatic, Justin.
There's nothing dramatic about it. We're in a position to push back, to assert ourselves here. That's what we've talked about all along.
To bring you up to speed, obviously there are groups in the Commonwealth that stand in opposition to the Institute's goals. With the reactor now online, we have the ability to not only expand synth production, but to project power to a much greater degree.
Where are you going with this? What's the Institute's goal?
Well, the Directorate has agreed that steps must be taken to ensure our safety in the long run.
Let's just spit it out, shall we? The Directorate has decided that the Brotherhood of Steel need to be eliminated.
As the incoming director, we felt it important to inform you of the decision and get your thoughts on it. So, where do you stand?
Shouldn't we wait and see? Give the announcement some time to sink in before acting.
We all know why the Brotherhood is even in the Commonwealth to begin with.
We've all agreed that action must be taken. As director, it's up to you and how we focus our efforts in achieving this goal. We'd like your input on what direction we should take. Do we increase synth production or focus on weapons development?
I've seen enough to know that weapons are the key to winning wars. Let's focus on weapons development.
As you wish. The advanced systems folks will get to work immediately. Thank you very much for your time, sir. That's all we have for the moment. I believe Father wished to speak with you once our meeting concluded.
I'd love to get my hands on one of those Brotherhood vertebrates someday.
Dr. Watson.
Surplus power should translate to increased efficiency and productivity.
The Institute's a big place. It might take a while to learn where everything is.
Good evening.
You showed a lot of leniency with Dr. Higgs, Dr.
Sean.
Ah, there you are. You've met with the Directorate. I assume they made their intentions known? It was difficult for them to reach the decision to engage in open hostility. What about you? Do you agree with their decision?
It's the only way we can ensure the Institute's safety. That makes it the right thing to do.
I'm glad you agree. None what comes next will be easy. That conviction may help keep us all going. You know, Father, it's no secret that you worked with the Railroad in order to first reach the Institute. The depth of your involvement with them has been called into question repeatedly. I'm sure you can guess by whom. The question is, where do you stand with them now? Do you count them amongst your allies?
Does it matter? What are you getting at?
I think it's obvious. For the Institute's position in the Commonwealth to be secure, the Railroad must be eliminated. Completely. As our primary above-ground operative and someone who has had previous contact with the Railroad, you are in the best position to carry this out. So what I'm getting at, simply, is this. Are you willing to destroy them?
There has to be another solution here. Something less violent.
I'm afraid the time for hesitation has passed. We must act decisively, and we must act now. Will you do it?
Is this really necessary?
I'm afraid it is. I take no pleasure in it, but it must be done, for the sake of everyone in the Institute. And it must be done now. Are you willing?
I can take care of them.
Good. Good.
Right.
Des has something urgent for you. Tinker Tom's cooking up something. I hope it goes better than last time.
Something on your mind? You don't look so good.
Do you trust me?
Trust is a scarce commodity in our organization. Let me answer you like this. I have put our future, and the future of all synths, in your hands. I didn't do that lightly. And you haven't given me a reason to regret that decision.
I don't know why you'd ask.
Because I have a knack for knowing when things are about to go wrong. And I'm wondering if you have something you'd like to tell me.
The Institute has ordered me to kill you. All of you.
I guess they consider us a real threat after all. I suppose we should be flattered. So really, the question is, what are you going to do about it?
You're alive, so what do you think?
I think you didn't answer the question. Things have progressed faster than we expected. You need to stall them. Buy time any way you can. That's all we can do.
Hey.
Do you need something from me?
Sorry, Tinker Tom's got me doing something.
Heads up. Heads up.
You need something, yes? I was just thinking of you.
Probably about time we parted ways.
It pains me to say goodbye.
Uh-huh.
Up there, assume you're being watched. Always.
One more hour until my shift ends.
Desdemona.
We've got an emergency. Glory spotted a courser near Dayton City.
Sure.
We were hoping Bunker Hill bought us some time.
Bring it on!
Higgs and Loken are lucky to be alive. Not everyone would have handled that situation as well as you did.
Son.
So, the work is done. I am sorry. I know it was likely difficult for you.
It was tough, yeah.
I assure you that there was no other way. Their fanaticism wouldn't have allowed it. There is obviously one final threat the Institute faces.
Whatever it is, we can handle it.
I believe so. But in this case, what matters most is how we handle it. The Brotherhood of Steel covets technology, and has made it clear that we cannot peacefully coexist. They will eventually come for us, and attempt to take what we've spent so long creating. We need to destroy them before they can destroy us.
You're right. We take the fight to them.
I'm glad you agree. But the problem with the Brotherhood of Steel goes beyond the edges of the Commonwealth. It's not enough to destroy them here. There are more of them out there in the world, Father. And they too will come for us.
You have something in mind if that happens.
I'd like to prevent it from happening in the first place. We will show them that if they interfere with us, the very technology they value so highly will be turned against them. We will teach them that we can appear at a moment's notice, wherever we please, and they cannot ever stop us. They will know better than to ever interfere with us again.
You seem pretty convinced this will work.
The Institute is nothing if not thorough. Dr. Watson should be in the lab. He will explain the details to you. Time is of the essence.
I know you'll achieve great things here. We all will.
Operating at full capacity.
Dr. Watson.
Did you need something?
Any special projects going on that I should know about?
Are you referring to something in particular? Has something happened?
Sean says it's time.
Oh, well, I guess it's been coming. I suppose we should get moving. Let's go, Rosalind. Sean says it's time.
What now? I'm still working over the code that robotics sent over. The algorithm is a mess. It's not even close to peak efficiency.
I know, but we need to move quickly on this. Dr. Orman has done most of the hands-on work, so I'll let her explain the basics to you.
Okay, thanks. Is this really exciting, or is it just me? So, you know that the Brotherhood's main operation is at the airport, right?
I'm aware of that, yes.
Okay, good. If they were a little less intelligent, we wouldn't even be talking about this. We'd have just swarmed them with synths. But they're not idiots. They've managed to generate an EM field that's messing with our ability to relay in.
So we just relay onto the airship and sabotage it.
Won't do us any good. There's no direct connection between their robot and the airship, so the immediate area around their encampment is a no-go. They don't, however, have the entire airport covered. We can relay you in to a point at the edge of the airport, and then you can get in and take down the generators.
We'll have the element of surprise, if nothing else.
Exactly. You'll have Surprise on your side. Should give you some time before they can organize a real defense. For every generator you take down, it means we can start relaying in synths, giving you even more of an advantage. And, oh, I almost forgot. Take these.
Thanks. More ammo is always useful, I guess.
No, let me explain. This thing, and I haven't come up with a good name for it yet, it basically deploys a beacon marker. Wherever they land, we can lock onto them and relay synths directly to that position. If there's a hotspot, you can drop synths right on it. We've only got a few of these, so put them to good use. Don't go tossing them into the bay.
What are these reinforcements supposed to do?
They're going to help you buy some time, while you're completing the real objective. If nothing else, they'll take a few bullets meant for you. Your real job will be to reach Liberty Prime. You know the deal with that, right?
It's the Brotherhood's giant robot.
Right. They think it's their ultimate weapon. We're going to show them it's ours. We've taken everything we know, made a few modifications based on what we think they've done with it in the past 10 years. And, this part was my idea, uploaded the whole thing into a modified synth, capable of delivering the virus directly into Liberty Prime. The little guy is going to be exposed and vulnerable, so you'll have to keep an eye on him. Make sure he doesn't get shot, you know?
With Liberty Prime on our side, that'll give us a hell of an advantage.
He's not going to go stomping around, and he won't be taking orders. But he will have his weapons and targeting systems overridden. And he'll absolutely recognize their airship as the primary communist target in the Commonwealth. So your end goal is ultimately pretty simple. Get to the robot, then hold the position while the synth does his thing. Oh, and don't worry, we'll pull you out of there before everything explodes.
If you've got any questions, this is where you ought to ask. If not, they're probably ready for you upstairs in the relay room.
What have I got for backup?
With our reactor online, once the field is down, we can throw everything we've got at them. And believe me, we will. If you've got any questions, this is where you ought to ask. If not...
Have we got a plan B?
Seriously? No, this is it. Don't worry, it's going to work. If you've got any questions, this is where you...
What happens to Liberty Prime after this?
He'll have several hundred tons of airship crashing down on top of him. That's about it. If you've got any...
No questions. Let's do this.
All right, good luck. I'll send word that you're on your way up.
Dr. Lee might not show it, but I can tell she's excited about having the reactor online.
Excuse me.
To think I'd be above ground, suffering, I'm much better off here.
But even the hard days get easier than the one before.
You know what I call a good day?